Hello everyone, my name is Ivo and welcome to Cooking with the Koyas. Did you know that quinoa is an amazing superfood? Well, it is, and in fact, it is your one-stop shop for protein. It contains all your proteins. In fact, it's also a carbohydrate. Say that 3 times fast. Besides that, it is also high in fiber, which is good for your system. It is also very rich in vitamins and minerals. It contains antioxidants. It's also been known to help blood sugar levels and lower cholesterol. And besides all that, it's also gluten-free. So today we're going to make a very simple dish. You could do this dish in less than 30 minutes. It's very light, it's refreshing, it's going to be delicious. Let's get started right now. So I have 1 cup of quinoa here, and the first thing we have to do is wash it. Look at this. How can something so small be so powerful? Okay, this step though is very, very important. You want to wash it and make sure we remove any debris that there may be in there, and as well, this helps remove any bitterness. So you're going to want to rinse it under cold running water for 30 to 60 seconds. Make sure it's good and clean. And if you see any impurities or any items that don't belong, by all means remove them. Okay, so we've washed this for more than a minute, and that removes any of that natural bitterness that's on the outside of the quinoa. So now we're good to go. Let's make our way over to the stove. So here I have 2 cups of chicken broth. Now you can use water, it doesn't have to be chicken broth, but it's a 2-to-1 ratio all the time. So I have 1 cup of washed quinoa to 2 cups of chicken broth. And like I say, it's always a 2-to-1 ratio. And what we're going to do now, we add that all in, and we need to now bring this back to a boil. So we're going to put the lid on and let's bring it back to a boil. Okay, so we got a nice boil going here. Give it a little stir. And I'm going to put the meat down, or I'm going to put the heat down to medium. And we're going to let this continue to boil. It's going to take about 20 minutes to cook, but you want to boil it and let it continue boiling. It's going to absorb the water. And once, in this case the broth, once all the broth has been absorbed, turn the heat off and let it rest. And always keep the lid on for best results. Okay, so while that is cooking, let's make our way over to the frying pan. And this is the beauty. While that's cooking, you can start to prepare your other ingredients. Okay, so I'm going to use extra virgin olive oil because that's what I do. And I love extra virgin olive oil. So I'm going to go with about 5 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil. You can use any oil, any cooking oil you want. Okay, it doesn't have to be extra virgin olive oil. I just happen to like extra virgin olive oil, and of course all the benefits that go with it. So here what I have is about 1.5 cups of sliced and diced onion. I took some onion, sliced and diced it. I have a sweet onion here. You could use sweet onion or red onion. A medium-sized onion will do. So we're going to saute this and let it become nice and soft, and that'll only take us a few minutes, but anyhow, let's get this up to temperature. There we go. We have a nice little sizzle going with our onion, and what we're going to want to do is, like I say, I'm going to saute this for about 5 minutes, just until it becomes nice and soft and translucent. And then that will be ready. I tried to slice it thin, sliced and diced, nice and thin, so it'll cook up nicely. Okay, let's give this a few minutes. Our quinoa is boiling as it should. Things are progressing, folks. We're coming along nicely. So our onion is coming very, very nicely, and it needs probably about just maybe another couple minutes. So at this point, we're going to complete our aromatics by adding some garlic. I have here 2 cloves of garlic that I minced. So we're going to add 2 cloves of minced garlic at this stage, and we're going to continue to cook for a couple more minutes. So that'll give the garlic a chance to infuse, and the onion will finish cooking up. And there we go. Doesn't that look nice? Let's turn our stove off. And we're just going to let this rest off of the heat. And we're going to let our quinoa finish cooking. I could see a lot of the liquid's been absorbed already, but it's going to need probably another 5 minutes to absorb the liquid and then another 5 minutes to rest. So our quinoa has been resting patiently, and like I say, it's about 20 minutes start to finish for the quinoa. I'm just going to fire this up, put that back on the heat on low, and let's add our quinoa now. Okay, ooh, piping hot, of course. Okay, so the spatula works great again. We're going to get all our quinoa added to those beautiful, simple ingredients. Garlic and onion. Doesn't get much simpler than that. Okay, there we go. Now what we want to do is get them all tossed in together with those aromatics and get them flavored up very, very nicely. And this is the time that you would add salt to taste. If you want to add black pepper, you can add black pepper to taste as well. I'm just going to add a little bit of salt. But let's get this tossed up and get everything coated nicely. That's looking good. And I went ahead and salted my quinoa. And now we're going to add the freshness. And for the freshness, what I went and did was I've got 1 lemon. And I take the juice from 1 lemon. And we're going to add that to our quinoa. And let's get that now all mixed and incorporated. And to continue with our taste of freshness, I have here about 3 tablespoons of chopped parsley. And if you don't have parsley, you could also substitute with oregano. So now we're adding another layer of freshness. And again, let's get this all mixed in and coated very, very nicely. And there we have it. Doesn't that look nice? Okay, let's get this plated because you know what I'm going to want to do, the taste test. Now I know, like I say, 1 cup didn't seem like much, but look how much it has risen and grown into. 1 cup is a lot. Okay, it's going to fill this bowl very, very easily. There we have it. Always my favorite part. Take a look at this. Isn't that nice? Nice, healthy food right there. All right, let's give it a little taste test here. Fantastic. The freshness of that lemon and the parsley with those aromatics, with the onion and garlic, it all comes together so very nicely. This is one delicious dish and versatile. You could have this as a main course or a side dish, or you can have it nice and warm. I like it warm, or you can have it cold. It's very versatile. In fact, many people will make a big batch and then put it away and enjoy it for lunch the following day or the day after, especially if you work. It's very convenient. But you know what? Not only is it packed with vitamins, minerals, and nutrients, and all those health benefits, but it also tastes good. And on top of that, within 30 minutes, you have a fantastic dish to enjoy. And I hope, really hope, you give this recipe a try. Simple, delicious, and healthy. Thanks for tuning in. And as always, folks, until next time, buon appetito.